What's up, guys? Today I am in my shop, and today is Monday. So Jay and I had a slight change of plans. We'll pick up later in the week on the vanity build. So it gives me a little bit a chance to work on what I was showing you last week. So this thing looks kind of funny in my opinion, but let me show you what I'm looking at. So this thing is laying on its back, so it looks like one of those oversized chairs, which, if you can visualize what I'm seeing, this is nothing more than a blank. Basically like a mallet blank that I've glued up over there, those big squares that I will turn down into a shape to something else. But you got to start with a blank. So that's kind of how I'm looking at this. So this is not how this is going to look. I just had to glue this up, basically oversize it, and then I'm going to power carve this down to a shape, and hopefully you will see no 90-degree angles. So every bit of this will be power carved down into something that I hope will be really cool looking. We'll see. I'm experimenting with this, so if it turns out just a big dud, then I'll show that. But hopefully this will turn out pretty cool. I'm excited about getting started on this. I've got the entire thing glued up. I put the model, or I designed the model in SketchUp, and then cut all my pieces, and then just put it together like a puzzle. So I basically have like half laps right here. These screws are just clamping right now. These will come out, and these will have dowels. So no metal fasteners anywhere in this thing. But I will say that I had a time getting a lot of this aligned. So these 2x4s, I cut all the round corners off, got everything nice and with nice 90-degree angles. So I don't know what the issue is, but just a lot of these things were just not lining up like it's supposed to. Anyhow, one thing I am concerned with is the seat. So if you notice, I've got this seat, and so there's nothing under this. This is the bottom of the seat, and so there's nothing under there to support it. So my thinking is, what I'm going to do, I've got a long drill bit, and I'm going to drill through somewhere in here and here, and I guess I'll plug these. I'm not sure if I'll use these going all the way through, but I'm going to put a couple of dowels all the way through this thing to, you know, just give it some support. It is going to be doweled into this back support here and on the other side, and also in this leg here, but nothing in the middle is preventing this thing from giving in the middle. It is glued, so I have confidence that the glue will hold. I just don't know over time if this thing will hold up to a lot of weight or abuse. So like I said, this thing, I'm experimenting with this whole thing, having this as a blank and turning it down to the final shape, and just the entire thing as an experiment. So if I fail, I'll show it, and if not, then it'll be cool. So we'll find out what's going to happen with that. So I'm excited about that. I think I'm going to try to start power carving that tomorrow. So I've got everything glued up now. So that's all I did today, was cut all the half laps and all that stuff, and then glued everything in there. I do want to touch on something. So you see these clamps right here. You know, I'm working with what I've got. Okay, so I've been getting a lot of hate on one of these daily videos that I did here a while back, and the title of it was "Do Not Use These Clamps." It was about the Harbor Freight clamps bending and that kind of thing. People were saying that I was over tightening. I was clamping up mallet blanks, and I wanted to use the Harbor Freight clamps because I have noticed some of the smaller F-style clamps, when I was using it for this, not even tightening it down, I was using a couple in this manner, and they bent. So I went to the extreme to see how far they would go, over tightened on purpose, and then I did say in the video that I have a habit of over tightening, but I really cinched down on those clamps to see what they could handle, and by far the Bessies hold up great. The Harbor Freights do not. It's not that I'm in here learning how to clamp stuff. I was just making a point that these clamps aren't as strong as some of the better clamps. So anyway, I just wanted to touch on that. If any of you were watching that made comments over there, I assure you, I know how to clamp two pieces of wood together and watch for squeeze out. So that's not an issue. I just wanted to point out the Harbor Freights aren't exactly as quality as some of the others, which might be common sense or a no-brainer to some people. Anyway, I think that's all I've got for today. I'm going to work on this tomorrow, so I'll update you on what I've got tomorrow. Hopefully I can get started first thing in the morning power carving and just all day just power carve. So we'll find out how far I get and if it looks like I've got it up here. Have a good day. We'll see you tomorrow.